No one ever hands over the keys to their car thinking they'll get ripped off.
Well, tonight, investigative reporter Jace Larson goes after a transmission shop that has a whole lot of unhappy customers. Jace also shows us all how to fight back.
The vehicle is up to 6 passengers.
You get to carry a lot of celebrities?
We do. But we don't like to share that information with ordinary people.
At Deso Georgiev's car service, he connects wealthy vacationers to some of Colorado's ritziest resorts. When his Cadillac Escalade had a transmission problem, it ended up here at this Highlands Ranch Repair Center.
It was just a nightmare.
He says the shop promised repairs in a few days, but months went by with only excuses.
This is the paperwork.
Then, while he was in Denver on business, he noticed his SUV out and about. He says a woman was driving it with dogs inside.
Noticed that her remote control for her garage was in the cup holder, including a charger and some change sitting in the cup holders.
What's crazier, Deso recognized that woman as an employee from the transmission shop.
Your Cadillac that was supposed to be being repaired at the shop looks like she was out just driving it for herself.
Absolutely. She was just giving a lift to her girlfriend with her dogs inside.
Deso demanded his car back and then discovered someone had been driving it a lot.
We found a difference in mileage over 1,400 miles.
1,400 miles.
1,400 miles.
We found Transmission Repair Center's owner, Robert Murillo Villanueva, has many unhappy customers. One lady sued him last year claiming that he didn't properly fix her car. She won a default judgment against Murillo. When he didn't show up to court, deputies arrested him. She still has not received her money. And others hadn't either. We met UPS workers who said they were trying to collect on bounced checks. The state even shut him down until he paid his back taxes.
My car is sitting up here.
Tim Turner paid $3,200 up front for transmission repairs back in December.
$3,200. And you don't have your car back?
Nope.
I'm barely making my bills.
Imagine being Julie Cooper, not having your car for months.
I gave you my money, I gave you my car, and this is what you're doing to me? It's like, it's not fair. It truly isn't fair.
We could go on and on with stories of struggling customers.
Hey, Rob.
How long has this car been here?
Since March of 16.
Murillo initially promised to sit down and explain everything to us. He even texted me a day to meet. We wanted to ask about his F rating with the Better Business Bureau. When we arrived, the business was locked up. We came back the next day, and this time found people inside.
Can you tell them to go away?
But instead of coming out to explain,
I can't tell them that.
they called the sheriff.
We're trying to figure out what's going on.
She wouldn't let our cameras inside, but the deputies were wearing body cameras.
And you have no desire to go out and talk to them?
Heck no.
They said why?
She just doesn't want to deal with you guys. That's all she said.
Deputies agreed we had a right to be there.
All right.
We decided just to wait.
Rob, why don't you come talk to us?
This is when the owner of the shop tried to make a quick escape.
We'd like to ask you some questions. Did you drive customers' cars?
He left us, much like customers say he left them, out in the cold. Later, we watched people packing up the shop.
The shop's relocated.
They said they were closing down, leaving customers without repaired cars.
Flat tire, cracked windshield.
Tim found his in a nearby parking lot. He also found the transmission that he paid thousands to have repaired in pieces in the back of his SUV that wasn't drivable.
Just doesn't make sense to me.
Sure feel for that guy, don't you? Customers say that they then had to take their cars elsewhere, and guess what? They had to pay again. If you know where that shop owner is, I would love for you to tell me. Now, if this happens to you, you can take someone to small claims court, and here's what you need to know. You don't have to have an attorney. There is a filing fee of $55, and your case will go before a judge. If you win, you can get a judge to garnish someone's paycheck.
Holy cow. So you think, all right, these people paid up front, there's your safeguard, just don't pay up front. But sometimes you gotta.
Especially if it's an expensive repair that you need on your car. I talked to some reputable mechanics, and what they say is if you're in the thousands of dollars range, sometimes you're going to have to pay 50% up front. But paying 100% up front is just not common.
Boy, that is an eye-opener. Jace Larson tonight, thanks for that work.
Big ouch. All right.